guys, it's Mrs. Behrens. I have a visual that you are going to use for your mental math multiplication assignment for today. And I wanted to take a video of me creating this visual because usually when we're in school, we make our anchor charts together, right? This will give us the opportunity to talk about the strategies that we're going to put up on this anchor chart and for you to have a better understanding of them when you go to do your assignment today. Today's anchor chart is focused on strategies or tools we can use when doing mental math. Working out problems and showing our work on paper using the box method or the algorithm method or long division, those are all really important skills to have. However, another important skill to have, which is one that we use often in life, is the ability to do math problems without paper and pencil or without a calculator. We call that mental math. Now there are a few different tools that we can use to help us solve mental math problems. The first is basic facts. Basic facts are the multiplication facts that you memorize starting in 3rd grade. Those would be 0s, 1s, 2s, 3s, 4s, 5s, 6s, 7s, 8s, 9s. Like that. These are multiplication facts that you know off the top of your head, that you don't have to work out on paper. This is one way that we can do mental math. If we see a problem that we know we can solve using just basic facts that we have memorized, we can solve the problem without pencil and paper. Another tool we can use is decables. Decables are multiplication facts that are units of tens. Tens, hundreds, thousands, 10,000s, 100,000s, and so on. When we are multiplying any number by a decable, we simply add the number of zeros that are on the number we're multiplying by. That's another strategy we can use that will help us solve problems without writing it down on pencil or paper. A third tool we might use is thinking about a mental math problem like we think about time. Now, when we're telling time, or when we think about time, we think about it in 15s, right? 3:15, 3:30, 3:45. And that will help us to think about numbers that are multiples of 15 in a little bit simpler way. For example, if you had the problem 15 times 3, thinking about it in the form of time would help you 15, 30, 45. And lastly, another way that we can solve mental math problems is by thinking about money. Money is a tool that we can use that helps us with 25s. Remember, $1 is made up of 4 quarters, 25, 50, 75, 100. That's a way that we can think about multiples of blocks like that. So these 4 tools, basic facts, decables, time, and money, are 4 different ways that we can think about mental math problems They are 4 different groups of numbers that we're familiar with, that we can use to solve those problems without paper and pencil. And I quick want to highlight 2 strategies. These are strategies, tools that we can use to take a math problem and get it to the point where we can use these types of numbers to solve it. The first strategy would be to round. For example, if I was given this problem, 99 times 4. I do not know the answer to that off the top of my head. However, I know that 99 is really close to 100. I know that 100 times 4 is 400. And if I circle back to the original problem, 100 is 1 more than 99. I'm multiplying it by 4, so that means that my answer must be 4 more than the answer to the problem. If I take 4 off of 400, I get 396. And that is my answer. So this is one strategy you can use, is rounding. I rounded the number 99 to 100 so that I could use the strategy of a decibel. That's one example. The second example I want to give you, the second strategy I want to give you is breaking apart. For example, if I gave you the number 32 times 4, or the problem 32 times 4, I don't know the answer to that off the top of my head. But I can take this number 32 and break it up. I can break it up into 30 and 2. Now, I can look at this 30 kind of like a decibel, right? 30 times 4. I know that 4 times 3, which is a basic fact, is 12. And then there's this 0 here. So 30 times 4 must be 120. And then my other problem is 4 times 2. That is just a basic fact, right? Basic facts right there. 4 times 2 equals 8. And if I bring these two answers together, 120 plus 8, I get 128. That is my answer. So these are your 2 strategies for mental math: rounding or breaking it apart. Both of them will give you a way to get to an easier way to think about a mental math problem. Today you have some mental math problems to solve. I want you to choose strategies off of this sheet and tell me how you used it to solve the problem.